Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my 2018 reading goals update. So at the start of this year I set myself a bunch of different reading goals, just some things that I wanted to be more sort of attentive about. And just recently, I think it might have been last week or something, I saw Murphy Napier, who's one of my favourite booktubers. She did her 2018 goals update and it reminded me that I probably need to do that as well, because we're kind of nearing like mid-June now, which is nearly halfway through the year. The first one was my Goodreads goal, and Goodreads, you can set how many books you'd like to read throughout the whole year and it keeps track of that for you. So I decided that this year I wanted to read 100 books. That I've just noticed over the last couple of years is how many books I tend to read anyway, so I thought it was a good goal for myself. As of currently right now, I've read 47 books so far this year, and Goodreads says that I'm 4 books ahead of schedule with that number, so that is good. I'm, on track with that goal. My next reading goal was to read more adult fiction. So far this year I've read 10 adult fiction novels, so I'm nearly at my goal. I only need to read 2 more to reach my goal, and I'm sure that I'm going to read a lot more than that. My next goal for 2018 was to read more poetry, and I think last year I was surprised. I went back and looked at my goals video, like I said, and apparently last year I only read 1 poetry collection, so my goal was to read 3 for this year, and I've actually already read 4 so far, which is cool. One of them was for uni. That's a lot of Yeats's poetry, and then I've also read some of Sylvia Plath's poetry. Sylvia Plath was probably my favourite out of the poetry that I have read this year, and then I had a couple of Little Black Classic poetry collections as well. So I'm definitely, I've beaten that goal already, which is quite cool, but I do still want to read a little bit more poetry throughout the rest of the year. It's still something that I'm not that keen to pick up, but I want to explore it more because there's just so much poetry out there. I feel like there will be something out there for me, but I just haven't quite found it yet, so I'm gonna keep going with that one. My next goal was to read more classics throughout the year, and I wanted to read at least 12 classics. Just 1 a month I thought would be a really realistic goal. So far this year I've read 6 classics, so that's basically 1 a month. You guys might know I have a Classics Clique Goodreads book club, which is always linked down below. So together we read 1 classic every month, so it kind of is like from that I've read more, but actually a lot of the classics we've read so far have been rereads for me, and I don't include rereads towards my Goodreads goal, which means that out of the 6 classics I've read so far this year, that's 6 classics that were new to me, not including rereads. So including rereads, it might be 8 or 9. I really love reading classics, so that goal is kind of just an excuse to do something that I love. My last goal that I'm going to be going over in this video is that I wanted to reduce the number of unread books that I own. Compared to some people, I don't have a whole lot of unread books, and that's because you guys know normally I buy books after I've read them from the library first and know that I enjoy them. Sometimes though I do buy books like cheaper from library book sales, that kind of thing, and I also get gifted books by like friends and family because they know that I like them, which is awesome. So at the start of this year I had 30 unread books on my shelf, and I wanted to reduce that to 10, so I wanted to read 20 of my unread books. Since the start of this year, when I had 30, I have bought and received more books that are still unread, so I've added to that number. However, considering the books out of those that I've read so far this year, I've actually reduced the number to 23. So reduced it from 30 to 23, even though I have bought and received books as well. I probably will buy or receive more unread books, but hopefully I can keep up with that and still get that number down to 10. That would be great. So that is it for my 2018 goals update. I feel like overall I'm pretty well on track. I'm happy with how I'm progressing, and I'm really enjoying reading more adult fiction, more classics, well, I don't know if I'm enjoying reading more poetry, but I like the challenge of trying to find some poetry that I like. At the start of this year I did ask for poetry recommendations from you guys, and I've added a lot of those to my Goodreads TBR, so I am kind of looking for them. I don't know, I feel like I just need kind of like to be in the mood when I go to the library to actually seek out those collections, but I do still have like them all listed down from you guys, from your recommendations. So that is it for this video. I'll see you guys with another one in a couple days. Bye.